Welcome back from my journey through the stars, the Star Wars, that is. I'm running out of intros for these videos. I'm Mac from movieguy.com, and this is my review of Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. I'm a blind film critic, so I'm going to be talking about audio description. If you don't know what that is, it's what we blind folk like to use to watch movies with. So, helps us be able to understand what's going on. And this once again, has the kind of audio description that I can tell from my previous watchings is really solid. I shouldn't have to tell you what The Empire Strikes Back is about. It's kind of one of the biggest and most well-known films of all time. But if you don't know what it's about, there's this guy. His name is Luke Skywalker. And there's this other guy, Darth Vader. And let's just say there's a little meeting that they are destined to have by the end of the film. And one of them's going to drop some knowledge. In the meantime, our side characters, C-3PO is trying desperately not to, shall we say, fall apart. Chewbacca is, I don't know what he's doing because I don't speak Wookiee. And Leia is, she's trying her best to let Han know that she's now really into him while also being really into him. And Han is just being Han. So, that's pretty much it. Oh, and Yoda's in this. So, congratulations, Yoda. And R2. And I feel like, having now seen the prequel films, the fact that those two don't recognize each other, I'm like, I don't know how that's not possible. But anyway, it just goes to show you that I'm not sure cohesive thought was put into everything. But, yeah, so that's the film. The audio description for this, if you've watched my previous Star Wars films, I've just, by this point, this is, I got through the prequel films, I got through Solo, Rogue One, New Hope, and now this. So by this point, I know the playbook here. The playbook is, you start with New Hope, and you build from there. And if the character already appeared in New Hope, you just get sort of like, as soon as they appear on screen, it's like, it's Luke Skywalker, which is exactly what happens. As soon as Luke, at the beginning of the film, when he's out there in the snow, as soon as his face is revealed, you get, it's Luke Skywalker. It's just sort of like in Solo, it's Chewie. It's like, yay. We all just get up and jump out of our chairs in our living rooms and just, cheer on the surprise. Surprise, these characters are still in this franchise. So they don't really bother with the description of pre-existing characters. They figure, if you didn't see A New Hope, that's on you. Go fly a kite, pound sand, get out of here. This Star Wars is clearly based on, for blind people, Star Wars is clearly based on, did you see A New Hope? If not, go back and watch A New Hope and then start watching other movies. Because the characters that do get description are the ones that don't previously exist in other films. Even the, the various different ships and creatures and stuff that we encounter, on the frozen planet. And Vader's different. He's got like a totally new ship now. He doesn't have the Death Star. So, we got a really solid description of his new ship. We got a decent description of Lando, but not like an amazing one. I guess Lando's just not like that complicated. They were just kind of like, here's Lando. Well, all right. Cool. But we got excellent description of Yoda. This is the film that describes Yoda to everybody when he appears, and it also, because Yoda does not reveal who he is, it sticks with that for a while. So it does not immediately jump in and be like, it's Yoda. So it waits for him, which is good because that's part of the mystery is, Luke is there and he's like, oh, I'm here to see Yoda. And there's this like weird green thing. And he's like, stop messing with my stuff, man. I need to see this Yoda Jedi master. He's supposed to train me. He doesn't realize that's the Yoda that he's getting trained by. So, for people who have never seen the film before, I think it's kind of important to keep up that mystique. So that was good. I appreciated that. It's Miles Neff again, so it's really great audio description. I just love how he clearly likes the Star Wars films and he's really invested in the audio description. I could tell he's a fan just by the way he describes every single one of the characters that he gets to describe, and the environment that they're in, and the fights, and all the different science fiction elements. Everything is just done really well in this film. So I really have no complaints, because I've come to accept the fact that what everyone is okay with is starting with A New Hope. And once a character has been introduced, they are forever just known immediately as, from the moment they step foot on the screen, as that character. But if they didn't start A New Hope, like Yoda doesn't start A New Hope, then we get a character introduction to them in a different film. So that's where it is. I was wondering, because I started off stupidly thinking episode 1, right? No, they want you to start with New Hope. Yeah, I love Empire Strikes Back. It's not my favorite, but it's really close. It's just not A New Hope. It doesn't give me the same sort of like glee that I have of like the introduction to the world of Star Wars. This just sort of expands upon it and expands upon the relationship. So that little plus that I put on New Hope yesterday, and that's just going to be missing from Empire, because I just think Empire is just straight up great, but it's not like among my favorites of all. It's just not quite as high on my list as A New Hope is. I know for a lot of people, actually, they actually put Empire above New Hope. But then you don't get like the destruction of the Death Star, I mean, I know you get that I am your father moment, but, I just, I don't know. I think the Death Star is cooler. It just is. I don't know what to say about that. I know Yoda's not in New Hope, and I think a lot of Yoda fans are having their say, but guess what? Obi-Wan is not really in Empire, so like all of his presence and everything, so I mean, it just depends on what is it that you're looking for from Star Wars, because they're both really great films, and that's what it is. So I can totally understand if somebody likes Empire better, because I can see why. I can predict why. And that's totally fair. There are new characters in this. There's sort of a different vibe, different plots. There's more action, because it doesn't have to world build, because A New Hope already did all the world building. A lot of sequels out there benefit from that. I mean, I could list tons of sequels that benefit from, which is why the sequels are usually well regarded, even more so than the original. Everything from Toy Story 2 to X2, X-Men United. They build upon the world already created for them. A lot of people think Godfather Part 2 is better than The Godfather, but these sequels wouldn't be that way if the world building in the first one didn't happen and wasn't so solid that the second film can just go, all right, we're doing it, let's go. Anyway, definitely, as somebody who's seen Empire Strikes Back, I don't know, a bunch of times, I feel confident in saying that this was an excellent transcription of what I remember into audio description. So there wasn't really anything. I don't know that I would have gone with snow lizards. That was my only thing. But at the same time, I was having a really hard time once somebody said snow lizard of pulling that up in my mind as to what that creature looked like. So I can't also counter that with what I would have described it as. But I just don't remember it being like snow lizard. But maybe it is, because as soon as I heard the word snow lizard, it was like, I can't remember. I was like, I feel like that's not right, but at the same time, I can't picture the creature. I feel like it had hair on it. And lizards don't have hair, so anyway, just a thought. But I'm gonna give The Empire Strikes Back an A. Obviously, it's a classic. This is when we get to the core, the big three here. This moves pretty easy. Let me know what you think in the comments. How do you think I'm doing so far on these Star Wars reviews? Am I gonna make it to Obi-Wan in time? Am I watching them quick enough? We'll find out. I've still got Jedi, Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker. So we shall see. May the Force be with you. Check out MacTheMovieGuy.com for more reviews and the audio description project for what's audio scripted, what's audio described, and where it is. And until next time, I don't know. I was going to come up with some cool Yoda quote, but Yoda does it better than me. So do not try. I don't know. Something.